Good morning. I have a few precious moments to myself alone in my house. And I thought I would make a quick addendum to yesterday's Sunday anti-socials because there is big news. There's big news. Derek Tant has forfeited the Leech off. He doesn't want to do it. He's too scared to face me in an even match to see which pastries leeches would prefer their hosts to be eating when they latch on. And I think we all know what this means. So if you're going to come on my channel making some crazy claims about how toaster strudels are the equal or even the better of brown sugar Pop-Tarts, you best be prepared to back that claim up. Also, I forgot to answer a question 2 weeks in a row from A3006, and the question was for me to ask Mrs. Gribbs to rank her two favorite and least favorite tobaccos that I smoke in terms of room note. And the reason I forgot to answer this is that the answer is pretty. I was hoping for like a bullet pointed list of like, oh, this is I like this about that tobacco and I hate this about that tobacco. She just looked at me and said, "I don't talk to the press." Wonder where she learned that. Anyway, that brings me to my final point, which is that I'm already getting comments of folks saying, well, you're actually a conservative, you're actually a libertarian, and I know where I fell on the political science diagram, and what I'm trying to say, the point that I'm trying to get across about all that is that it doesn't matter to me anymore. That you think Trump is great? Fine. You think Hillary's great? Fine. Personally, I think that anytime you got two warring political parties that are saying bad stuff about each other, they're probably both right. I think that both sides, yeah, we just went through this in the video, but I guess what I'm saying is if it helps you to put me on a spectrum, feel free to do that. It doesn't really matter because I'm never going to vote again. And in fact, I've already skipped a bunch of elections. I've already skipped a bunch of local elections and stuff like that here. And that's one of the reasons that I keep YouTube to myself in my personal life is that I'm friends with lots of activists and stuff like that, and they would just be beside themselves, knowing that I'm just out of that game. And but I encourage you guys that are really like looking for an identity to place on my politics. I mean, we can talk about issues all you want, but I would say give a little bit of thought to the idea that not to get all spiritual on you. I mean, even though I am a level 50 shaman, but we should render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's. Maybe I'll just leave it at that. Keep the ends out for the ties that bind. By doing, I totally forgot two very important things. Pipe Nook says, I said that Heat. We were talking about the movie Heat, and that they don't make movies like this anymore. And Pipe Nook says, well, but you also said you don't watch movies anymore, so how would you know? Okay, so I'm not saying they don't make good movies anymore. What I am saying is they don't make movies like Heat anymore. And I will challenge you to name the Marvel Avengers movie that stacks up to Heat. Go ahead. I've watched Heat twice in the past 24 hours now, and that makes me also want to address Johan's comment about the ending of Heat. So, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen this movie that came out in 1995, stop watching right now because we're going to talk about how it ends. And I actually agree with Johan. I think that De Niro should have shot Pacino, and then like gotten away, but he's lost Edie. He's lost the girl, and that would have been a more satisfying end to the movie. But I think that the best thing about Heat is that it has this Shakespearean tragedy quality of it, where these people are stuck in their roles, and their roles have certain outcomes. Like eventually, if you play that game, you're going to end up with this outcome, and so I think that it sort of had to play out the way that it did. But yes, I agree, Johan. It would have been more satisfying if Pacino went down as the tragic hero. But De Niro, he still lost the girl. He still, lost everything. And so they kind of ended up on equal footing, even though Pacino's dead. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And on a second watch, I was really struck by the amount of women that Pacino saves or tries to save. When Waingro murders the girl, and we see Pacino like trying to comfort the mother, like that's what he can't do, or what he fails to do with his own life. With his wife and his stepdaughter, they're in this horrible situation. Although you never really understand why the stepdaughter tries to kill herself. It never really comes across. And the wife is kind of a bitch because she sleeps with that Ralph dude. But you get what I'm trying to say, is that Pacino really is a good guy. And De Niro really isn't a good guy, even though you like him more. I don't know. I could talk about this for hours. It's such a great movie. And yeah, Pipe Nook, you tell me which superhero movie stacks up to this. I'm sure there's other they got to, what? I mean, there's probably a new Tarantino movie coming out that's probably okay. I don't know. I'm going to make Tant mad again here twice in one video and say that Tarantino has jumped the shark for me. I don't know. All right, ends out, ties behind. Later, bye.